So as I said, I want to work on energizing the body. So we'll get moving, mobilize the body. And then I want to focus as well. Towards the end, we're going to concentrate on our breathing, just allowing your mind to focus and concentrate on the moment. Often throughout a week, we're trying to do lots of things in one go. We're never just concentrating on one thing. So we'll give ourselves that bit of time to slow things down, focus the mind, so then you're ready to go on into the rest of your day. We are going to start off on the knees, hands and knees. You don't need anything for your session today. If you've got a mat, use your mat. You might want a cushion or some blankets for your knees if you are on hard flooring and you haven't got a mat. And we'll bring ourselves into an all-four position. So we're going to have the knees roughly underneath the hips and the hands roughly underneath the shoulders. Okay, to begin with here, we're going to flow through with our cat-cow movements. We'll work into the spine. So when you're ready to, you're going to bring the chin to your chest. So you're going to push your hands into the ground and we're going to tuck the tailbone under. Just take it nice and easy here to begin with, especially if you haven't done much movement before the session. So don't push the body too far. And then we're going to go the other way. So you'll look forwards, the head will come up and the tailbone is going to lift up towards the ceiling. And you'll get a little dip through the lower back. And we'll go through between these two, our cat stretch, where we flex the spine, chin to the chest, tailbone tucks under. And then reverse, lengthen the spine, pen, tailbone lifts. Just keep going here. If you want to work with your breath throughout your session, I'll cue you every now and again with the breathing, but of course, just continue to breathe easy throughout the class. But if you want to here, we're going to breathe in as the head lifts, the tailbone lifts, and looking forwards, and then breathe out as you flex the spine. Tailbone tucks, chin to the chest. Go for a few more rounds of this here. Starting to warm up a little bit more into the spine and the back. And we want this movement to flow. See how your body is moving and feeling. Go once more each way. Okay, and then you'll come back to the center here. If you need to rest off your hands at any point, if you feel it too strong into the wrists, just come off the hands, maybe shake the hands out a little bit there. But now we're going to come into our thread the needle exercise. So we'll continue to work through the spine, a little bit more into the shoulders and the chest now. So keeping your right hand down, you're going to take your left arm out to the side and then you're going to twist it open to reach your left arm up. Just go as far as you can there, don't worry if you can't reach up too high. And then you're going to bend your right elbow and thread your left arm through. So thread the needle. The hips will lift up high here. You don't have to go all the way to begin with. We're going to come back out. We're going to push through that right hand, twist open, reach the left arm up to the same side, and then thread the arm through. Again, you can move with your breath, breathing in as you twist open, and breathing out as you thread the arm underneath. Okay, so keep going. Do a couple more this side. With these flowing movements, we'll energize the body. Get the blood flowing throughout the body, relieve any stiffness, any aches that may be in the body. Leave the body feeling good. Just do one more this way. Okay, and then you'll just push up. Come back to the center, we'll switch sides. So the left hand will come down, the right arm will reach out to the side, we'll twist it open and reach that right arm up. You can look up there. And then bending the left elbow, thread your right arm through. So other side, take your time to move into it. Move at your own speed. And see how this feels on this side. You might feel a little tighter through the back on one side. Or maybe you might feel it more into the shoulder and around the shoulder blade as the arm threads through. Just going for one more. Okay, and just finishing that last one there. When you're done, no rush. We're going to come back onto the heels for child's pose. Gently bring your hips back towards the heels as far as feels right for you. Your chest will come down, head will come down. You can soften through the elbows here, rest off your wrists. And just pausing in this position. Good for the shoulders and for the back. Relaxing through your forehead. And relax your jaw. We hold a lot of tension in the jaw. We don't even really notice it. It's only when we bring our awareness onto the jaw we notice there's some tension being held there. So just relax the jaw. Okay, and then just stretch through the side a little bit here. We're going to move the hands towards the right. So your chest will lift here to walk the hands around, move the arms around towards the right. Then lower the chest back down, the head down. Feel that opening coming into the the left side of the body, sorry. Left side into the lower back. Allow your breath to move freely in and out of your body. Just every now and again, bring your awareness back onto your breath. All right, and then we'll just lift up and we'll move over to the other side. Take the hands round, the arms round, and then bring the chest down, relax. Keeping your mind focused throughout your session. Try not to get distracted by anything around you. There will be times when your mind will wander off to somewhere else, and that's okay, it's normal. But just bringing your awareness back onto your breathing every now and again will help refocus your mind and bring you back to the moment. Okay, just coming back to the center there. When you're ready, we're going to reach the arms forwards now. So reach your fingertips forwards. Feel a little bit more energy through the arms and into your sides, stretching out your hands. And then we're going to press up through into downward dog. So we're going to bring the hips up, pushing the hands to the ground. We're going to tuck the toes under, and we're going to lift the hips towards the ceiling. So downward dog, we're coming into this triangle shape with the body, and we are in an inversion as well. So the hips are lifting up high, and we're upside down. So we're looking back behind towards the toes. You can take a little pedal through the feet here, bending one knee while straightening out the other leg, and then switching through. That will work into the calves and the legs a bit there. Okay, and this first one here in our session might feel a little challenging to hold, but as we get moving a bit more throughout the session, maybe you might notice it becomes a little bit easier. Okay, but we're going to take a forward fold now. So you're going to bend your knees and then walk your hands and feet in together. So you're going to bring your heels onto the floor, and we're going to come through into this forward fold. As you come through here, relax into the neck. So turn the head a little or nod the head. All right. And then we're going to roll up to stand, taking your time. Roll all the way up, coming up onto your feet. Head will come up. And then as you come up here, we're going to bring the fingertips onto the shoulders, and we're going to bring the elbows forward. So the elbows might come to touch in front, and then bring the elbows up towards the ceiling and circle the elbows back. And we'll do that again. We'll bring the elbows forward, up and back. We'll do one more. Opening up into your chest and release. Good. Okay, and then we'll just have the feet about hip width apart here. Bringing your hands behind your head. We can link the fingers together there. And the hands resting behind the head. You're going to lean over to one side into a side bend. So your top elbow is pointing up towards the ceiling. And then come up through the middle and then lean over to the other side, into that side bend. Okay, and then coming back up through to the middle. From here, you're going to think of drawing your elbows back and open up across the chest. Lift your chin slightly so the head rests into the hands. And then you're going to bring your elbows to come forwards. The shoulders will round and the chin will come to the chest. Stretching across the back. And then lastly here, we'll come back up to the center, elbows come back out to the side, and then we're going to do a rotation. So you're going to twist your upper body around one way, twisting into the waist, and then coming through the center, we're going to twist the other way. And then back to the center. So we've got a little sequence going on here. So we'll do that again, coming into a side bend first, side stretch. And coming up through the middle, we go over to the other side, into our lateral flexion. Then as you come back to the center, the elbows draw back, we open up across the chest. So we're coming into an extension through the spine. And then we flex. So the chin comes to the chest, shoulders around. And then coming up to the middle, and then we do our rotation. So rotating the chest one way, and coming through the center, we go the other way. We'll do that again each way, one last time. Listen to your body, see how it feels. Leaning over, opening up into the sides. Last one. And then into that extension, puff the chest forwards, lift the chin. And then flex, chin to the chest, shoulders round. And then lastly, we come back to the middle and we do that rotation. Try to keep your hips facing forwards as you do that. And then coming back to the other side. And center. Okay, good. And just release your arms down by your sides here. Now, if you're on a mat, we're going to bring it towards the front of the mat, so you've got space behind you. We're going to get things moving a little bit more into another sequence, but a little more energy and flowing with this sequence. So we're going to stand up nice and tall. Be aware of your posture, any changes in your posture now. We're going to reach the arms up over the head. As you do that, take a deep breath in to stretch up to the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to take a forward bend. You can bend your knees again to come down to that forward bend. And then you're going to step the right leg back. We're going to come into a lunge position. So we're bending the left knee, bringing your right knee down towards the ground. We find our way back to the floor into this low lunge. You can stay low with the hands to the ground, or we're going to bring the hands up and we're going to lift up into this high kneeling lunge. And while you're here, feel a little stretch into that back hip, so your right hip, as you tuck your tailbone under a little bit and squeeze your glutes. So engage your bottom muscles to feel that opening into the right hip. Breathe in and out. Okay, you're going to bring your hands down if they're not already there. Come onto your left knee, so both knees to the floor. And then reach your arms forwards in front. Hips are high. You're going to lower your chest down towards the ground. We're coming into extended puppy dog pose. So you're going to lower your chest to the floor, arms are reaching out long, hips are above your knees, feel a stretch into the back, sides, shoulders, chest. Inhale, exhale. Then from here, we're going to lift the hips up. You might need to walk the hands in a little bit. So you're going to bring your shoulders to come forwards now over your wrists. So we're into this kneeling plank position. So a little engagement into your abdominals. And then lower down towards the ground with control, a bit like a press up. We're lowering to the floor. And then we're going to lift up into Cobra Pose. So your hands are roughly by the shoulders. Peel your chest away from the ground. Lots of energy through the back as you lift up. Take it easy. And then we're going to press back to our downward dog. So you'll come through the knees, up onto the hands and feet, and then hips high, downward dog. Okay, feel any changes through the body in your downward dog the second time. Nice easy breath. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to step or walk the feet to the hands. So you're going to come back to your forward fold. Let the arms dangle down, knees soft, and then roll up. Okay, as you come up to stand here, you're going to bring your heels off the floor. So a little bit of balance here as you bring your heels off the ground. Stay strong into your ankles. And then bring your arms up over your head. That might be a little challenging. Stay strong. And then you're going to bring your heels back down towards the ground, and then we'll come back to our forward fold. So we'll go again. Hinge at your hips, come down to a forward fold. So we've got this sequence. The left leg will step back this time, left knee to the ground. Stay low or come up high into your lunge. Lunging is so nice for the hips. If you feel tight into the front of the hips. Remember, we're tucking the tailbone under a little bit there. Your bottom muscles are engaging. Breathe nice and easy. Okay, and then we'll place the hands down. Extended puppy dog pose. We'll come onto the knees, arms forwards in front, hips stay high, lower the chest towards the floor. Opening up into the upper body. Should feel nice. All these movements, we want to feel good. Maybe some movements might be new to you. Okay, but then from here, we're going to come through onto the hands. So into our kneeling plank, so just shifting that weight forwards. Then lower down towards the ground with control. Cobra Pose. Remember, you don't need to lift too high here. Even if you just lift the chest slightly, that's still very good for the spine and for the back. Lifting up, breathe in. And then exhale, chest lowers. Come to your downward dog. Third time in your downward dog, so warming up a bit more into it there. Lifting the hips up. Don't worry if the heels don't come to the floor. You can always keep a little bend to your knees. And then we're going to walk the feet to the hands to take your forward fold once again. And then we're going to roll up. So remember, as we roll up, we've got that balance. We're going to bring the heels off the floor. So find a spot to focus on in front of you to help with your balance, and then lift the heels up, nice and strong through the ankles. And then bringing the arms up overhead, that extra little challenge. Okay, and then bringing the heels down, well done. And then we'll take that forward fold once again. So lowering down, back into your forward fold. Okay. And from here, we're going to step the right leg back again, but this time we're going to keep the back knee off the floor for a high lunge position. So your back toes are tucked under. You're going to push through the feet to bring the chest up. All right, so we're staying up here. You can have a little bend to your back knee. We're bending into that right knee, and then the arms come up. Okay, just keep holding there, keep breathing, nice and easy. Feel some strength into your ankles, your legs, a little bit into your center as well to keep you upright. All right, and then we'll bring the hands onto the hips. We're going to come into warrior two. So from here, we're going to want to turn the right toes to the side. So now the hips and the shoulders are going to open out to the side as well. So if you're on a mat, you'll come to the side of your mat. You might need to take your feet a little bit wider, especially if you've got long legs. You want to take the feet nice and wide. We're bending into that left knee. And then the arms are going to come out to the sides. So the fingertips reach to the sides of the room. Okay, just make sure your front knee isn't rolling in at all there, no strain into the knee. Just keep that knee more in line with your ankle. Warrior two, so we'll be feeling some strength into the legs. Okay, not holding for too long, just another breath in and out. Okay, from here we're going to come back through into our low lunge. So we're going to tuck the toes under of that back foot, bring your hands down towards the floor and bring your right knee down onto the ground. Now, a little transition from here, we'll see how we go. You're going to stay onto your right knee and you're going to send your left leg back behind you. So your front leg is going to come behind. Staying on your right knee and your right hand now, you're going to turn the body around to the other side to come into this kneeling side lunge position. So your left leg is stretching out to the side. You're going to take your left arm up towards the ceiling. And we want to stack that right shoulder over the right wrist. Okay, lift up out of the hips. And then reach your left arm over your head. So coming into a side stretch. And you might press the outside edge of your left foot onto the floor so you can feel a stretch to the ankle and then a stretch all the way through to the side of the body. But then not staying for too long there, we're going to come up onto your right knee. So your shoulders are going to come up over your hips and then you're going to bring your left hand onto your left leg and reach the right arm over. So we're going into a side stretch the other way. Okay, and then just coming back down onto the right hand and then the left hand, and we'll come back through onto the hands and knees. Come back to the center. Keep the knees underneath the hips, hips up high. Walk your hands forwards back into that shoulder stretch, chest stretch like we've been in before. Take a breath in and out. Okay, and then lifting the chest up, come through onto the hands, come through your kneeling plank here, or you can bring the knees off the floor and come into your high plank on the toes. And then lowering down towards the ground. Again, you can bring the knees down, or you might just want that challenge, keeping the knees lifted to bring the chest to the floor. And then we're going to come back with the arms. So your arms are going to come in line with your body. Fingertips are reaching back towards your feet. Engage your glutes. So feel your bottom muscles switching on a little bit here. We're going to lift the chest away from the ground. And you might bring your arms up too. Shoulders draw back. So think of squeezing your shoulder blades together. Mind the back, your lower back. If you want to, you might bring your legs up too. Feeling energized. Deep breath in and out. Just release the chest back down. Bring the hands to come by the shoulders. We're going to lift up back into our downward dog. So push through the knees, tap the toes, and then the hips lift up high. Easy breath in and out. Feel that energy buzzing throughout your body. Walking back towards your hands, so walking forwards, we're going to come to our forward fold. Same as we've been doing, roll up to stand. As you come up, we'll bring the heels off the floor and we'll bring the arms up straight away as well. So as the arms lift, the heels lift. See if your balance is getting any better. Okay, and then bringing the heels down, we come back through to our forward folds. We've got the other side to do with that little sequence. Take that forward fold, bend into your right knee, step your left foot behind for this high lunge position. Piece it together slowly, move at your own speed. We're going to bring the body up when you're ready. Okay, so into this high lunge. Bring the arms up too. Just keep holding there to stay as you are. Bending into that right knee. A little bit of work through the legs. Okay, and then we've got our warrior two to take next. So we'll be turning the left toes to the side, opening the hips and shoulders to the side, bending that right knee. Oh, strong into your warrior two position. The second round here with these poses, keep the mind focused on what you're doing, what muscles you can feel activating or lengthening in these poses. Just one more breath here. Okay, and then we'll bring it back through into our low lunge position. Tuck the toes under that back foot, bring the hands down and bring the left knee to the floor. And then we've got our kneeling side lunge. So we're going to send the right leg back behind. Come onto your left knee and your left hand. You can move that left foot back there and then open out into this side plank position, kneeling side plank. You can just stay there as you are. I'm just going to flip myself around. So onto your left knee, left hand, right leg extends, and then you can reach your right arm over into that side stretch. Feel the rib cage opening. And then we'll come up and over to the other side. So through the middle, right hand down, left arm over. Just make sure that the knee's okay there on the floor. Okay, and then we'll bring the hands back down to the floor in front of you. Bring it back through onto the knees. We've got our extended puppy dog pose one last time here. So reach the arms forwards, lower the chest down. Notice the difference in your back, the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. And then we'll push up through onto the hands. Bring the hands in a little bit, either kneeling plank or bring the knees up. Feel strong, energized. And then lower down towards the ground with control. We're going to send the arms behind once again. Reach the arms by your sides. Lift up. So lift the chest, lift the arms up if you can, and then lift the legs up if you can there. Feel really strong through the back of the body. Engage your bottom muscles. Keep breathing, just holding a little longer this time to feel energized. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release the chest down, bring the hands down, and then push through to downward dog one last time here, pressing through the hands, the feet. Feel the difference in your downward dog. Feeling some energy buzzing throughout your body. All right, and then from here, we're going to lie down on the back. So you can come down onto the knees and then swing the legs round. Coming onto your back here, no hurry to get there. As you come onto your back, you can draw the knees to your chest. And you might just rock the legs side to side. And roll the knees round. And then when you're set there, we're going to bring the feet down to the floor, but about hip width apart. So have the knees bent. So it's just roughly hip width. They're all different. You might have your feet a little bit wider or closer in. Just make sure your knees are going to be happy for this next pose, as we're going to come into bridge pose. The arms are going to be by your sides, and you're going to lift your hips up. I'm going to hold it here at the top into this bridge position. So make sure your knees haven't fallen out to the sides or knocked in. Just have your knees under or over the top of your ankles. Feel that energy and strength through the back of the body once again. Okay, and then just keeping the hips lifted here if you can. You're going to take your arms up over your head. As you take the arms over the head, just make sure your rib cage doesn't start to flare out here. If it doesn't, that means we've lost a little bit of centering and engagement into the middle, into the abdominals. So your arms are going over the head, and then just bring your arms to come back down. And we'll do about 2 or 3 repetitions of this, not too many, while keeping those hips up if you can. Keep the head in line. Okay, and then as the arms come down next time, we'll lower the hips down towards the floor. But reset your spine and your pelvis as you bring your hips down. Lengthen the spine. And then bring the pelvis to the floor. Okay, and then we're going to take the feet wider than the hips now. So we'll take the feet more towards the edges of your mat if you are on a mat there. Arms are going to stretch out to the side into this capital T shape if you've got space, or cactus arms, elbows bent. And then start to sway your knees, or rock the knees side to side. We'll start off small to begin with here. I'm just going to roll through the edges of the feet. And then you might go a little bit bigger with this here, so that one knee will roll in and then out. Make sure it feels comfortable into the hips. If you need to readjust your feet, you can. Loosening up through the lower back and into the hips. Okay, and just keep the knees one way. So one knee will be in while the other knee falls out. The lower back, one side will lift off slightly, but keep the shoulder blades onto the floor. Just hold for a moment there. See how that feels into the outer thigh. That leg that's rolling in. And take it over to the other side. Dropping the other knee in. So yoga is a bit like a moving meditation, especially when we move and flow through the poses. You have to concentrate on what your body is doing to bring yourself into those different positions. Just come back to the center there of the knees, stretch your legs out long, and stretch your arms over your head, full body stretch. We have to focus the mind when we move. Okay, and then bring the arms back over, pull your knees into the chest. One more little back stretch there. Feeling the difference in your body. Okay, let's move it up to sit. You can rock up or roll onto your side. You're going to stay seated for a moment here, so do make sure you're going to be comfortable. We've done lots of different movements through the whole body, so now hopefully the body's able to find a comfortable seat and relax into it. I just want you to close your eyes when you arrive here. And another way to focus our mind is by bringing our awareness onto the breath. So just as you sit here comfortably, I just want you to notice your breath entering your body, so coming in through your nose or your mouth. And then that breath traveling down through your throat into your lungs, and the lungs expanding. And your rib cage moves as well. And then follow the journey back out, your lungs deflate, and then the breath leaves your body, either out through your mouth or through your nose. Now, if you can, try and breathe just in and out through your nose, but only if it feels comfortable for you. We're going to be breathing in through the nose for a count of 5. And then breathe out for a count of 5. So your inhale breath is the same length as your exhale breath. So just keep that going, breathing in for 5. Breathing out for 5. Just keep that going. Relax through your face and your jaw and neck. Now, you might find a pause between your inhale and exhale, and your exhale and inhale. So breathing in for 5, and then just holding your breath for a couple of counts. If you can go up to 5, count to 5. And then exhale for 5. And then again, just holding your breath to whatever feels comfortable for you. Breathing in again. So I just want you to find those moments to be still and pause. It's in those moments of stillness when everything becomes calm, nothing happening. Just go and flow through one more round of this. Keeping your mind focused. And whenever you are ready, you're just going to come back to center. No more counts now, just let your breath be easy, flowing in and out. And all you're going to do is just bring your chin to your chest. You're going to roll the head side to side, gently there, dropping your chin down and round. Staying in this moment. Staying calm and focused. Okay, and then you'll bring the head back up to the center there when you're ready. See if you've lost a little bit of length through the spine. Try and lift up, lengthen through the spine a bit more. Take your hands behind your back, link your fingers there, draw the shoulders back, open up across the chest. You might straighten out your arms behind you, lift the arms up a little bit into this chest stretch. Good. Okay, and then releasing the fingers there. We're going to stretch the arms up over the head. Take a really deep breath in. Bringing the arms up, hands come together over your head. You can look up there to the hands. And then bring your hands down towards the chest. As you close your practice today, just pausing here once again. Taking another slow breath in and out. Setting good intentions for the rest of your day. So well done, everyone. Do take your time to leave your session. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.